So you want a man that is, and so I guess you're being generous when you say you want a 5.
Yes, I'm being generous
She want
because
a
again,
5.
I don't look at their face first. It's the connection. So you might have a flaw that I don't like, and hopefully you can fix that flaw. But then you got some dudes that they just know they busted, and then they trying to approach you. And mm, nice talking to you, sir.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, child. Okay, Deborah. Now I don't do the rating thing, but you brought it up.
Because it's hard to tell you what I don't like in a guy because I don't go by their appearance. I don't care if they're fat. I don't care if they're skinny. I don't care if they're short and tall. It's all about the personality and if we connect and have a good conversation or not. That's what I lead off with first, not their looks.
You told me that he had to be a 5, and when I asked you what was a 5, you said things based off of looks. You said teeth, you said hygiene, and you said.
Yep.
So I thought that was it. Wasn't
You're so
personality.
nosy.
It wasn't personality driven when you said number 5. Who's that?
Right. That's my boss being super nosy. I hope you know you're on live Facebook.
Oh, thank you. You all right?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Real
yeah.
quick, do you think
Yeah,
he's spicy? He's zesty? You think he might just be
Man, Brad, you back there at this look like they had a kiwi bar or something. We got a lot of lime juice and citrus juice back there with some vodka in it. That's all
okay?
that
So
is.
he just turned up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, this man brings home $2,000 a week selling hot dogs, barbecue hot dogs. This man happy, Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, working 50 hours, bringing $2,000 a week. Is that good money, Brandon?
Is $2,000 a week, which is what, 8,000 a month?
Yeah, cash.
Go
50 hours a week selling hot dogs.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, good for anybody.
Yeah.
You was about to say something before that?
Oh no, I was just wondering what because people like to do these
spicy.
live.
Yeah, man,
He
nah,
kinda
he's
been there.
spicy. Who cares, Brandon? If he's
I
spicy or
just
not.
want to know.
You try to look down his drawers or something, Brandon? That's what you want to
No, because just she's doing a lot. She's at work, it seems, and her boss coming over there nosy, and he seemed like he cool with it. Usually, you don't see that kind of stuff going on, but especially because they say black men, we're mean, we don't like to get along. I just saw one right there. He came by, he was support us. He didn't say, Shanice, get off the live, cut that off, get back to work. He didn't do any of that.
I told you, Brandon was at the hot dog factory. He was telling people, do that, do this, do that. And people just showed up next day because they didn't because he done that. Brandon, do he want his staff to stay there? Yes or no?
He does, yes.
Yeah, why you go Malcolm Myers? What you out here for? You ain't on
Right.
You always eat all the biscuits.
Correct.
That's why you're gaining weight. Then
You try to be a little stern, but you got to be flexible too. And you got to be like their friend because you want them to feel comfortable. You want them to stay. You want them to feel like they're having a good time. It's a good work atmosphere. It's safe. All those things.
Friend? What kind of friends you got, Brandon? They're on the same level as me and you?
No, it's just quote unquote friend. Like you want them to feel like they can talk to you. Y'all can communicate. That's all.
Let me give something better.
Go ahead.
Experience.
Go ahead.
Firm but fair. You heard me say that before, Brandon.
Yeah, for sure.
Honest. You heard we talked about integrity.
Yeah.
Do what you're gonna say. Be polite.
Yeah.
Smile. Positive.
Yeah.
This doing that will have people come and talk to you.
For sure.
And some people, Mr. Robert Paul, when I first got on the job, he started gossiping about me. He said, why this nigga so damn happy? It's possible. Right. You know, that's the first time I got that. The man was too damn nice. Yeah.
And that's another thing that happens at the job. Men do gossip too, like women. They want to act like they don't, but they do. They be talking about one another in a negative way.
Yeah. And both of them make $6 an hour.
This whole rating thing, I don't do that.
I did.
But since you brought it up, we're taking a moment to deep dive. When you said a 5, you were referring to, I believe, appearance, not personality.
Right, because you asked me, how do they look? What do I look for as an appearance-wise?
Yeah, the question is, should he look a certain way?
So it's a no, But if I had to pick something, it would be no one in the things that I described.
Okay,
All right,
fair
brother.
enough.
Now, since you brought up, is he spicy? And you want to know what's down this man's pants.
That's a lot. Go ahead.
All right. What is a 5? Okay, what is a 5 to you? A man that's a 5 to you. You can answer the question without being
No,
gay.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I'll tell you, if you got most of your teeth.
Yeah, but no, but
What?
you say it as a woman. You ain't say it as like you. What do women call a 5? What do women
A
call
five?
a 5?
I don't know. I don't know whether that's tough. I think for men, we've got it a little easier in the looks department because
What do women call
I'm
a 5?
I'm trying to get there because a 5 is as long as you got teeth and eyes, you may be a 5. That might be a 5.
So if the man is 5'1" with teeth and eyes,
Yeah. He
he's
might
a
be a
5.
6.
He's an average man
Yeah. I don't
in
think women
appearance, in attractiveness for a woman.
Yeah, because I just think women, and I don't want to say it in the wrong way. It doesn't matter what you look like. If you've got money and you've got a job,
We ain't
you're
talking about
above a 5. But that goes into their looks. People say they look at your looks, but they also want to know how much money you make. This man will say we want to know about your looks, but we also weighing other factors in. So I
okay.
can't do what a
Oh,
woman think a 5 is, but
okay.
you can be a 5 in appearance and you can have a lot of money and you instantly a 8 or a 9 almost. Because
Oh,
you could almost get anybody, but go ahead.
all right. Brandon did make 2 statements that said, man, look at, they have a skew if you could do this, and
Mhm.
women have a skew if you got that.
Yeah. Right.
So that's how confusing stuff is. That's why you can't believe nobody.
But that's a good thing. But let me throw this out here. Flavor Flav. Can we say he may be below
3?
a 5? Yeah. Okay, but
He's a 3.
he has some of the
Why, people? I'll explain it to you. Man walking out the the closed doors.
Okay.
411.
Uh-huh.
Up there, before you grill out all day, come back the next day, how your grill look, that's how he looked.
Okay.
And women was dying over him.
Yeah.
Hoops.
It was fighting over him.
Hoops was one over it.
New York. Yeah. I watched the show.
Shaq got Flavor Flav sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus, what a stroke. How many sloppy seconds came out for Flavor Flav?
A lot of the girls that's on that show were with other people in the industry after that. So it just goes to show. And that's not when Flav was at his peak. When he was with Public Enemy, he was doing even more stuff with some of the top women that we would say, and say I'm lying.
Nah, people didn't have a tube back then, brother. Only thing they heard him was on the radio. They didn't know how the nigga look.
No, they saw that clock on the cell.
What, on the newspaper?
He said on the newspaper.
Yeah. See, who you was talking about before? Who you was talking about before? Now people see
What, the
people all
girls?
the time.
Yeah.
Like you
No, I
said,
get what you're
Flav
saying.
wasn't no star. Yeah, because people didn't have stars. He wasn't. Michael Jackson was out. All right. Who the listen to him?
You said you said who would listen to Public Enemy when Michael Jackson was out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big difference for
Nas
sure. Nobody
was album drop. Who was listening?
So what number of girls you think he was getting? Like he'll come to the city, do a show, Public Enemy will do a show. He has clock on. They'll go to the mall. He wasn't, so you saying he wasn't getting the top elite girls. He was getting what?
No,
he was getting girls like
elite.
this? Huh?
Elite.
No, he wasn't.
If you didn't roll up in a wheelchair, you could have got picked. Anything except for the wheelchair, he was picking. He
You're right.
like he want to.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Probably got 8. I bet he got 10 Asians on him.
And then he got married a couple times, had a bunch of kids.
I didn't know his whole life story.
I do, because I
about him.
No, I just followed him, and I think and at the time it's like all these people are fighting over Flavor Flav, and he probably doesn't have a lot of money, but he does have something people want, and it's some kind of star power.
Brandon,
Go ahead, tell me.
80% of Americans thinks $400 is a lot of money. If
Okay,
Flavor Flav got $96,000 in the checking account, that man's like Bill Gates still, man.
But if you put somebody, if you stand them beside somebody and you be like, both of these guys have the same amount of money, they still may give Flav a chance just because it's Flavor Flav and he has some kind of star power. He knows some famous people. He can put you around the people you may want to be put around.
And what the other guy go do? Time he to go get off work, take the tire off, he ties around your damn neck. Get you that kind. That's the kind of girls women want, Brandon. The puff daddies of the world.
Possibly. So is that what all the famous people are doing, abusing people, or is it all men abusing women in some way?
I watched a show called 1823 on Paramount.
What's that?
The rich man, he had a fantasy. He get them young girls off the streets, pump them up, and dump them down.
What you mean pump them? Oh, you talking about having sex with them?
Nah,
or
but
put
crazy
drugs in them?
stuff. I'm talking about crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Mixing pain and sex.
Yeah, but I'm not saying we trying to sympathize with these rich people, but if you're rich, like you don't have the same problems we have. Like they need new stuff to do and try. I'm bored. Let me go because I can get anybody I want because I got no,
bro.
Go ahead. Okay, well, why you don't feel that way?
Some people got fantasies and desires.
Most people do. If you give a lot of anybody some money, they may start doing some weird stuff because you start getting power, you start getting an ego. And if you're not right with your foundation and you're not right with God, maybe then you'll start doing all these other stuff. Maybe because some people can be bought. Go ahead. What you want to say?
I'm trying to say, you say because they bored. No, people do. People want to do things, Brad. They don't have to be bored.
That's true. No, you're right. That's true.
The people who do things that's bored when they bored, those are the mentally challenged people. Those are people be fighting all the time.
Okay.
Most people ain't like that. I got to do something because I'm bored. No, they gonna do what they want. You do what you want.
That's a funny.
Normal, you just do what you want.
Nah, I get what you're saying.
People, I'm bored. Boy, I go do something crazy. Just do what you like normally, but they can't do it.
No,
man, take that light off your damn.
No,
camera,
I'm trying to look at. We had a comment. See, I knew he was gonna say something. I'm trying to see, but go ahead. I looked at the video. I'm not trying to get off topic. I looked at the video. I see the weird thing that it does like a film over it for some reason.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What you was gonna say? You gonna finish playing the video? Because like I said, I think this lady knows a certain thing about herself. I think she's looking for a guy that's a 5 because she thinks she's in that range too. Like I think she thinks she's a 5.
Told on herself.
Yeah.
And
that's okay.
She can't be a 5. You down with doing that? She can't be. Watch this. If she look like that and she 52, man, that's a bad beat.
But how old do you think she is?
58. That's a
but
bad
how old do you
beat.
think she is? You think she's in her 20s?
I think she's in her 20s, people.
Okay.
If you read the lines I just said, I put 30 years on her ass. But I didn't call her ugly. But
No,
at 30, if she look like that at 30 years,
we good.
But you look like that now.
What do you think? People aging faster?
Of course, Brandon.
But why is that?
Brandon, is it? Look, man, come on, people. Come on. Come on, people.
What? So you're saying people not eating enough fruit? They're not drinking enough water? What?
This was raised on 100% no nutrients in the ground. Well, we sprayed it on top of it. And it's not real. You die off.
Yeah.
The cells die off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why people smoke, drink, don't get no sleep. Man, them dead cells be dead in their face.
Right.
Yeah.
But what?
That's why.
Go ahead.
That's why it's important. Get your sleep, people. Get your sleep.
But you remember,
I ate some processed food today at work. That thing had me high as hell. It's on our channel. If you watch
Yeah.
that, talk about hamburger steak, that little shit I had in that bottle, I ate it today. I was about buzzed up at work.
So when you
Yeah.
say that, so you don't feel like you have itis, you don't feel sleepy. You say you feel like you got a
Nah,
high.
this ain't no sleeping, Brad. It's like slightly painful. It's like right here, but you're cool,
Yeah.
but you be like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah, and I told you the other day when I had some of that Trader Joe clam chowder, like as soon as I had it, I started feeling ill. And like for some reason, my body is sensitive. And when you get older, it's like that. Your body can pick up on stuff when it's not, I'm not gonna say contaminated, but it's heavily processed and it's got heavy preservatives in it. And
See what Brandon said, you're halfway dead. Your body's halfway dead. So when you
okay,
put the
you're right.
extra hits in it,
Right. And that's how you
damn, I'm halfway dead, but you did this. It hurts a little more.
Yeah. I might have been able to take that when I was young, 20, but now I'm 40. Like you say, we not halfway dead, but you're halfway to the midpoint. We're not, you're almost at the midpoint of your life.